Good day, everyone. It's me again, and this time around, I'm going to share to you a story that I had with my daughter in as one of our conversations along the way. See, my daughter just finished her her high school and is about to enter college. She's my eldest, and in one of my our trips, going to her high school practice. Day for the graduation rites, I told her to perhaps take the grab going home. And on that day, I gave her some cash as her usual allowance. But then I told her maybe I should be the one booking the grab instead, and so that I'll be able to use my credit card. So therefore, the idea came up such that perhaps it's about time that I should give her a credit card. So because she's about to become a college student, and I think it's high time for her to be introduced to the use of a credit card. And somehow it poses a question for many parents who might be in the same situation as me. If should you be providing a supplementary credit card to your teenager, especially those who are about to enter college. So because as a part of their perhaps passage, to the real world, it's about time that uh, we provide them, some tools, that will make their life a little bit more convenient, and perhaps it's a good opportunity for them to learn something new about managing finances. Although my daughter, for many of my students would know that I had been training her since her young age, as young as when she was about 2.5 years old. And up until today, continuously, you know, we had snippets of conversation about, money management. And this time, as we were in the car going to the school, we discussed, about the use of the credit card, you know, stemming from that situation. And she said that perhaps um, that would be useful, but how would I use it? So I told her that a credit card, can, for one, is a tool, to manage money, but definitely it can also be detrimental, for you, for her. It could be damaging if she is unable to or she's unable to handle it very well. No? So because a credit card can work for you or against you. So first and foremost, I gave her the downside of mishandling a credit card. And I have pointed out some people that I know, that she knows, or maybe situations, my own stories about people mishandling their credit card. And definitely it did not serve them well. But on the flip side, I told her, the benefits of using a credit card and properly handling it. So what are the downside? The downside is, of course, if you mistook it as extra money uh, beyond your ability to pay, the balance, then you will end up in debt. And that debt, of yours, by way of your credit card balance, is going to be damaging because the cost of money is way high, than the usual lending rates. At present, the cost of money is about a compounded rate of about 27% per annum. Well, that's already low considering that in the past it used to be 42%. So, but then even at 27%, it is very high. So you'll end up, you know, continually having that debt, which you are unable to settle primarily because of the cost of money. So the first learning there is actually being exposed to the cost of money, having a high cost against a lower cost of money in terms of borrowing. So credit card is not perhaps an avenue by which you could consider borrowing money, especially if it's stemming from the charges that you've made or from your purchases. On the flip side, though, I told her that at some point, credit card companies, if they see you are having a good payment record, sometimes they would offer you to borrow money at a cheaper cost. So if your borrowing cost stemming from your charges could go up as high as 27%, but if you are paying your credit card in full and on time, and the company would notice this, somehow they will give you attractive offers to borrow even at 9 or 10% per annum. The highest perhaps would be about 15% per annum. So that, there's a huge difference between the two. And I told her the benefit of borrowing definitely at a lower cost. So that's the flip side, on the cost of money. It can work for you and it can work for you at the same time. So that is one of the primary, perhaps, feature of the credit card that is very important to the card holder, you know. And that will stem from having the decision of either paying the minimum payment option or paying it in full. So definitely, I told her that you should always pay in full. At the same time, of course, in addition to the finance charge that you are going to be dealing with, you have to consider credit card that will be charging you, on an annual basis, an annual membership fee. Nowadays, most credit card companies waive the annual fees, so that adds on to your burden. So make sure that I told her that the credit card that you are going to have is free of any annual dues. On the other hand, try to make use of your credit card as much as you can because, it will provide you benefits, in terms of rewards. And I told her, of course, the one story wherein a Chinese guy, having a black card from American Express, which has no spending limit, went to New York, bought a piece of art for worth, I think, 140 million US dollars, and then charged it to his credit card. And then what happens? After about 25 days, 30 days, he has to settle the full amount. So he has that 140 million, stuck somewhere, back in China, but definitely buying a piece of art in the US doesn't mean that he has to bring all of his cash, but he has a credit card. But then what is the effect of that? The effect of that is that the rewards that he got from that particular purchase gave him a free flight, you know, from Beijing to New York for life. So he got free flights, you know, based on that purchase, wherein he could have purchased it for in cash or settled it in full. But by using the credit card, he's able to generate a lot of benefits. That eventually, translated to financial gain. So I told her that the credit card definitely, you know, um, it's double-edged. It can work for you or it can work against you. But for me, as a parent, I am willing to give her a credit card for as long as, of course, I will limit uh, the, the the spending, that she will have, and I will make her settle it, in the bank, and I will monitor it. So it's good that I am there, while she is using it. So she will have the habit of being diligent in the use as well as in the settlement of her debts. So I had my own mishaps in handling my first credit cards, more than 20 years ago. But it's good that I was able to recognize right away the flaws and the problems at the time. And I was able to control myself. And I didn't have any senior person, behind me to guide me uh, in how to handle it. So in as much as now that I am able to do that to her, so it's about time, uh, and not let her, dispense of the opportunity or the experience, to handle a credit card for herself. So that is my take. But of course, it is our discretion as to whether we're going to give our children this tool. But for me, I think the benefits of using the credit card outweighs, its disadvantages, as I have also experienced it myself over the past few years. So that is my story of the week, and I hope you have gained some insights, ideas as to how we can actually, train our children to be responsible in terms of managing their finances as well, and while we are still alive. So like our Facebook page, The Fast Exchange, and of course, turn on your notifications for our new posts. And do subscribe to our YouTube page, The Fast Exchange, for our other videos. If you have questions or you need advice, feel free to write to me. And I will feature your my answer in my videos, should you have one. So thank you very much and have a great day.